Hello Taurus, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your reading for the next 2 weeks, which is from the 30th of August to the 13th of September 2021. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle, and it's not Mungo the Black Cat, it is Madame Clara's 2-cent oracle that I'm using today to draw a couple of cards from, just to start your reading off with. Mungo, you can't lie on the table like that, you take up too much space. But let's see, what words of wisdom does the mysterious oracle have for Taurus for the 30th of August to the 13th of September 2021? What messages are here for Taurus for the next 2 weeks? What does Taurus need to know at this time? Yeah, jump off, Mungo, because I need the space. Jump off. Yeah. I'll take that card and that card. And let's see what you get. Now, Mungo's left hand. There. Oh, look, you've got hope and hearing. Right, so of course hope speaks for itself. It's about, a hopeful person has buoyancy in their character. It's about bouncing back from difficulties or obstacles in your way. But it's, it could also simply be of having a positive outlook. It's got the little swallow here. She's not flying, but there's the picture of the swallow, which depicts that renewed hope and joy in springtime when the swallows reappear. So hope is on the horizon, or with you now, and then hearing, which talks of a necessity for active listening, alertness. Maybe you need to be open to positive potentials in order to be hopeful. So you've got a need to listen carefully, to pay attention, to be alert, because there is renewed hope approaching, and you need to harness any potentials that come your way. So let's see where the rest of the reading takes us. So let's see what's on the cards for Taurus for the 30th of August to the 13th of September 2021. What messages are here for Taurus for the next 2 weeks? What does Taurus need to know at this time? And this is Madame Clara's 5-cent tarot, which I'm using today, and I'll put down an 8-card spread for you, with the first 2 cards depicting you, where you are in your current situation, and the next 2 cards highlighting the challenges that you're facing at this time, with the following 2 cards offering you some guidance from divine energies as you move towards the final 2 cards, which may reveal your possible outcome to this period, and it will show your rising potentials, the energies that you'll be moving towards. So let's see what you get. Queen of Buttons and the Ace of Buttons. Lovely. Okay, buttons are pentacles or coins. And then your challenges, the 9 of Matches, and the 3 of buttons. Yeah. With the 10 of buttons and the 7 of needles in your guidance cards, and then the King of Needles and the 2 of buttons as your outcome cards. And at the bottom of the deck you have the universe, infinite growth, being able to continually expand and grow in something. And you've got, you know, it really fits in with where you are now. Possibilities arising, is continued growth, continued movement. And, you know, it sort of speaks of the big picture, the bigness of things. So let's see where you start with. You have this lovely potential that requires you to step out of your boundaries. You know, if you're willing to take up this potential, it is something that can bring you security, value, growth, and a sense of abundance, which is all depicted in the Queen of Buttons here. She's a very nurturing energy. She protects her young and tends to them and provides all the material comforts to nurture them. So, you know, this is a potential for you to master something here, master something in a very practical way. And that's something that can bring continued growth and development as you go on. However, your challenges here is about defending this. The 9 of matches is about feeling that you've sort of really got to work hard at this. This is usually depicted in a wounded warrior, the 9 of wands. It's about having striven hard, worked really hard, and feeling tired and wounded and exhausted, all in order to get that mastery of something, that growth, that expansion. But so, you know, your challenges are actually really positive. It's about what you're aspiring to, perfectionism, and perhaps, you know, in order to continue with this growth, or to harness this potential and to nurture it and to grow it, to master it, you may need to collaborate. You may need to accept help. Where you feel tired and exhausted, you're still standing, you still got the energy, but you need to draw in collaboration, teamwork, a bit of effort from others in order to perfect it. So perhaps, you know, the challenge is not to do it all on your own, but to allow someone to be there for you to lean on them. And that's maybe where you got hearing, you know, listen out, be willing to accept advice, be willing to accept a bit of help along the way. You don't have to defend this all on your own. You don't have to carry this burden alone. You can pull in others to help you, and that sort of increases the potential for growth and joy. Because here you've got the 10 of buttons. This is about sharing the legacy. It's also about loyalty as well. I mean, it sort of links in a little bit with teamwork. But it's sort of flanked with the 7 of needles. This is sort of does talk of creative solutions to problems or hindrances you may sort of find along the way. But with the loyalty aspect of the 10 of buttons and the deception aspect of the 7 of needles, it's almost like things are really good and there's a lot of growth, potential for growth, but you need to be very alert to where your loyalties lie and to who is truly loyal to you. Be aware of anyone trying to pull the wool over your eyes. That sort of really guidance, sort of very warning guidance that you're getting in. Otherwise, it's a very positive energy in this reading. You know, so you need to be alert. willing to accept help and collaboration, but be sure that those who come in with you are loyal, and that loyalty is reciprocated by you and them. And don't allow self-deception or others deceiving you. So keep your ears open. But don't worry, you've got hope and buoyancy, which sort of shows us that any difficulties or any obstructions in this sort of way with regards to loyalty and deception, you'll be able to bounce back from those, because you've got so much going for you. You've got all these creative and growth-inducing energies around you. So, you'll be able to cope with a bit of a setback or a bit of deception. But be aware of it. Be alert for it, and be sure that loyalty is important here. You're moving towards taking charge in a very commanding way. Sort of the King of Needles is about finding that discipline and that discernment and making decisions that may be a little judgmental perhaps, but are made with a clear head. So again, this is not allowing the wool to be pulled over your eyes. You keep your head above the clouds, you make a clear decision, and you're willing to implement that. And it leads again towards juggling your resources, keeping things together. You'll be able to keep on top of it all, having that buoyancy. So it's just really exciting energies, really. It's building something up. You don't have to go it alone, but be wary of whether it's self-deception or deception from others. And, be willing to share this journey, this path, and the wealth that comes from it. But be sure that those you work with are loyal to you and that you are loyal to them. And it may lead you to take control of a situation in a very disciplinarian way. But, if you keep to your integrity, your moral compass, and keep your head above the clouds and making this important decision, because you're going to have to implement it once you make it. But that sort of allows you to keep things on float, to keep things going. When you think of juggling your resources, your time, your energy, you keep the balance and you sort of find that buoyancy and don't lose sense of this wonderful potential and this possibility for continued growth and expansion. So there you have it, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons. Then have a good 2 weeks, and God bless you till we meet again.